Hi students, I am Dr. Kishore Bhosle, Associate Professor, Department of Botany, Nauroji Wadia College, Pune. In this presentation, we will be studying pteridophytes with respect to life cycle of Selaginella. This presentation is divided into three parts. In the first part, we will be studying general characters and outline classification according to Sporne up to classes with reason. In second presentation, we will be studying life cycle of Selaginella with respect to habit, habitat, distribution, morphology, anatomy of stem, rhizophore, root and leaf. And in the last and third presentation, we will be studying about reproduction. So let us start presentation number 1. In you will see the habit of Selaginella, where you can see the detailed structure that this is stem and small leaves can be seen, and at the tip of every individual branch there is present strobilus. Let us start with actual study of Selaginella. So Selaginella is commonly called as spike moss or small club moss. It is a large genus comprising of about 700 species distributed all over the world. Abundantly it is found growing in tropical rainforests. Mostly the species prefer moist and shady places to grow. They are mainly found growing in eastern as well as western Himalayas and the hills of South India. Some of the common Indian species includes Selaginella rapanda, Selaginella biforme, Selaginella denticulata and Selaginella monospora. Another is there, that is Selaginella semicornata. This is the Sporophyte of Selaginella. Here you will see the Strobilus, and here you can note some characteristics like the Sporophyte is herbaceous, that you can see here. It is a very small, and the shoot is dorsiventral and radial, creeping or erect. If you see the individual leaf, which is resembling to that of a dichotyledonous leaf, which has upper and lower surface separately, and hence that is called as a dorsiventral. The leaves are small, see microphyllous. Here you can see the size of each individual leaf, which is extremely small. There is a presence of ligule. Ligule is a tongue-like structure present at the base of leaf that we will see in the next slides. So such type of a ligule is a characteristic feature of this genus Selaginella. Then there is a rhizophore, which is a leafless structure from where the roots are arising, and it is present in some species. Here you can see through the stem there is a formation of a rhizophore, and that rhizophore are showing characteristic root features. Here you can see the rhizophore, and which is showing the roots at its tip. Here you can see the sporophylls are usually aggregated into strobili. Here you can see the strobilus, that synonymously called as a cone, and this is present at the apices of every individual branch. It is a heterosporous. Here you can see what heterosporous means. Heteros means different and sporous means spores, different kinds of spores produced by single plant, and hence that is called as a heterosporous. Here if you look into this strobilus, here some large and darkly colored structures can be seen. On the other side, some faint and small structures can be seen, and this structure here it is represented in detail. This structure you can see where large sized spores are there, and these are called as a megaspores, and these small spores inside you can see dotted structures are there. These all spores are microspores. So two kinds of spores are developed by single plant, hence this is called as a heterosporous pteridophyte. Selaginella actually develops heterothallic prothalli, that you can see the male spore grow into male prothallus, and the megaspore, which is large in size, that is considered as a female spore, that grows into female prothallus. In female prothallus there will be archegonium, and in male prothallus there will be antheridium. The anthrozoites developed are bicediate. The plant body of Selaginella is differentiated into roots, rhizophore, stem, leaves, and legules. Roots in Selaginella are actually originated directly from the rhizophores or from the swollen base of hypocotyl. Their origin is endogenous. They are usually dichotomously branched structures. The roots are provided with a root cap. Root caps are for protection, and root hairs, these are for absorption. A rhizophore arises from prostate axis at the point of dichotomy and elongates downward. It is a colorless, leafless, unbranched and cylindrical structure. As soon as this rhizophore touches the soil, it develops a tuft of adventitious roots at its free end. In few species, the rhizophore is present, for example, Selaginella kraussiana, while in some species like Selaginella cuspidata, rhizophore is absent. It differs from root in having no root cap, and it differs from the stem in having no leaves. So, as you can see here that it is a colorless, leafless, unbranched and cylindrical structure. Here let us understand the classification of pteridophytes as per K.R. Sporne. So, division Pteridophyta is differentiated into 6 classes. Out of that, the class number 1 is Psilopsida, and the representative of the Psilopsida is Rhinia. Class number 2 is Psilotopsida, and the representative of this class is Psilotum. Class number 3, that is Lycopsida, and the representative is Selaginella, and we are going to study the life cycle of this plant. Class number 4, that is Spanopsida, and the representative is Equisetum. Class number 5, that is Pteropsida, and Nephrolepis is an example belonging to this class. And the last 6th class, that is Progymnospermopsida, and example of this is Archaeopteris. Here we will understand the general characters or the reasons of each class. So, class Psilopsida is actually include extinct species. So, Sporophyte with simple plant body consists of subterranean rhizome with dichotomously branched aerial shoot. Here you can see subterranean rhizome, and here bifurcated stems at every point that you can see. True roots are absent, but rhizoids are present. So, here you can see the rhizoids are there, but it lack true roots. True leaves are absent, scaly leaves are present. Here small leaf-like structures can be seen. So, these are actually scaly leaves. Vascular strand is protostelic. So, protostelic still configuration can be seen in this. Cambium is absent, so secondary growth is also absent. Sporangia are homosporous, so these are homosporous pteridophytes, and example of this is Rhinia. Class number 2, that is Psilotopsida. This includes living members. It has more similar characteristics with the previous one, but few differences, like the previous one is extinct and this one is living. So true roots are absent, but rhizoids are present. Here you can see the rhizomes, and these rhizomes will have small rhizoids. There is absence of roots, so small rhizoids are there. True leaves are absent, scaly leaves are present. Here you can see minute appendages attached to the stem, and these are scale leaves. Vascular strand is protostelic like the previous one. Cambium is absent, so no secondary growth. Secondary growth also absent in this. Sporangia are borne singly at the tip or in a group in axil of scaly leaves. So wherever scaly leaves are there, a small reproductive structure can be seen. Actually in this diagram these are not clear, but few diagrams you can see in the next few slides. So such type of reproductive structures are there, and these reproductive structures are called as synangia plurally, and synangium is singular. Sporangia are homosporous, so this is also a homosporous pteridophyte. Class number 3, that is Lycopsida. It is also represented by fossils and few living genera. So this is mixed, living as well as extinct. Sporophytic body is differentiated into root, stem and leaves. Here you can see the roots. Here you can see rhizospore. The stem can be seen, and these minute leaves also can be seen. Leaves are simple. Microphyllous means small, and maybe dimorphic. Morphologically it is of two types. It is showing leaves as well as ligules. Vascular cylinder is protostelic or siphonostelic. Sporophylls arranged in strobilus. This strobilus you can see where the sporophylls are attached. Sporophyte may be homosporous or heterosporous. Both kinds you will get. Same kind of spores, and heterosporous means different kind of spores, means male and female spores are different. Male spores are small and female spores are large in size. Gametophyte is thalloid and autotrophic, endosporic or exosporic, and the examples are Lycopodium, Selaginella and Isoetis. Class number 4 is Speropsida. The representative of this is Equisetum. Let us see their characteristics. Sporophyte is joined with hollow stem and scale leaves in whorls at the nodes. Here you will see the nodes which are marked with brown or black kind of color, and each node you can see numerous leaves here arising. True roots develop on underground rhizomatic stem. So below the ground there is a rhizome and it is producing the true roots. A reproductive shoot bears cone at the tip. So here at the tip small cones are there, and within that there are reproductive structures. The sporangia develop on sporangiophore. The living form is homosporous. Gametophyte is autotrophic and exosporic. Exosporic means if this is a spore and if gametophyte is developed out of the spore, then that is called as exosporic. And endosporic is opposite term. This is a spore and the gametophyte develop within the spore. So size is less than the spore, and this is called as a endosporic. But in Equisetum this is exosporic. Class number 5, that is Pteropsida. It includes ferns. Plant body is sporophytic, perennial and differentiated into root, stem and leaves. Stem is usually subterranean. Subterranean means underground. Okay. Rhizome with true roots. Leaves are usually pinnately compound with circinate vernation. This circinate vernation means when it is in young stage, it is coiled like this. The plants are homosporous or heterosporous. The sporangia develop in spori on lower surface of the sporophyll. These are the lower surface of the leaves, and where these spori you can see that they are developed at the margin. Gametophytes are usually heart shaped and they are autotrophic. Examples include Nephrolepis, Adiantum and Marcellia. The last class of pteridophyte is Progymnospermopsida. The characteristics are including like cambium with unlimited growth potential, presence of xylem and phloem, ancestors of the earliest seed plants as well as first true trees. Strong monopodial growth is exhibited. Some of the members were heterosporous and some were homosporous. The examples or representative of this class includes Proteocalon and Archaeopteris. The remaining part of this chapter we will see in the next video. Thank you.